Everybody, it's Joe Vizio here. Just wanted to, pop on here, touch base again. I've been I guess today's kind of been an Ollie day. Been catching up on a lot of his videos, and he's put out some pretty good ones today. And I have to say, sometimes when I listen to the stories that people write in about, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking that so many people actually, went through that. They went through that kind of stuff, and somebody who hasn't gone through it, or one of the abusers that would put people through it, they just want to look at it, well, that's just normal parental discipline. What are you, spoiled? You just didn't want to get in trouble for anything, and you just don't get it. But that's okay. It's really, I'm not here to make anybody get it. I didn't start this channel with hopes that my parents would see it and it would make them get it. They don't get it. They understand what they did. They know. But they just don't see it as a problem for them. It was something that was deserved. It was something that I needed, or it was just something that I imagined. So, something that Ollie said kind of stood out to me. And, he's talking about this video from a girl that I guess was born in the Eastern European area and ended up going over to the western part of Europe and was kind of having one of them mean girl kind of problems. And, when I hear Ollie talking about things like that, I definitely don't see him as a misogynist. Because some of the things that he might say do kind of have an element of truth. Some of it has a lot of truth to it, because we've seen how sometimes these, the whole high school clique can be. And that's what that kind of reminded me of, was the whole high school clique thing. But, I don't want to get into an argument over those whole dynamics and things. Men and women are different. Men and women do different things. They handle things differently, including their friends and how they deal with them. And that's just, the way it is sometimes. And it's up to you, whether you're a male or female, of whether or not you can see something like that happening and how you feel about it, and if you want to engage in something like that. And that's as simple as it is. And I think that's kind of how, Ollie's maybe trying to put it, that's how it is. And, but kind of a dangerous road to tread down. But this is one of the reasons why we all like Ollie so much, is because, Ollie doesn't care. Ollie just rolls up his pant leg and he just sticks his foot down there in the mud and he starts walking you through it. So, but one of the things that really kind of stuck out to me was that this girl was really kind of writing in, wondering what she can do for revenge. And as Ollie was kind of putting it to her, was, your revenge is just having nothing to do with these people. Taking yourself out of their lives is revenge enough. And the point I want to make is that some of us might have trouble seeing that as a punishment, as a suitable punishment. Maybe we haven't gotten to the point where our self-esteem is high enough to where we can say, you know what? Me being in your life is a gift because I'm a damn good person. There's not much that I won't do for you. Whatever qualities you have, maybe you're a good listener, maybe you give good advice, maybe you're that friend that just likes to go out and do the crazy things and you provide the entertainment, whatever it is, whatever your relationship is with these people, you have to look at it like that is a gift. You are a gift. You really are. I'm a gift. I'm a gift to the people who I am in their lives. And I don't say that in a narcissistic way, because if I act like an asshole, then obviously I'm not a gift at that moment. But all in all, for the most part, I think that what I provide into any relationship that I'm in is a good quality. And you guys, everybody out there has to look at that in the same type of way. You are all good people. You bring a lot to the table, whether it is friendship, whether it is a romantic relationship. You're good parents, you're a good son, you're a good daughter, you're a good cousin, you're a good grandchild. You have a lot of good qualities. So, when these people are doing their thing, and they're all narking out on you, you taking yourself out of their lives is a punishment. Even if they don't see it that way. Even if they are talking, she's just a psycho. She don't know what it doesn't matter. Because you know what? If you're not in any of those people's lives, to have to see that stuff, then what does it matter that they're saying stuff about you? They want to turn the whole family against you. If the whole family turns, then the family is weak. And we know how that whole dynamic works. Somehow, some way, whatever the narcissist does, what they say, what they do, it tends to be a rallying point for people. Sometimes I'll even look at it as if, people they're just glad that they're not fucking with me. They're fucking with you, they're not fucking with me, so I'm going to stay in their good graces. Some of them just haven't had that narcissistic finger pointed at them, so they don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's the case a lot of times with my father, because there's so many people out there that they love and adore that man. Even though a lot of them will say, well, yeah, he's out for himself. He is a looking out for number one kind of person, but man, he's great. He talks about weed and he talks about girls and he knows about sports and he's a pretty cool guy to be around. Yeah, well, if you don't know him like I do, if you don't know him like my sister does, then yeah, he'd be a pretty cool guy to hang out with, man. He'll sit by the poolside with you and smoke a joint and talk about football and he's got money, he's got style, he's got charisma, of course. He's a good person to hang out with, as long as he's not pointing that narcissistic finger at you. Unfortunately for me, I was one that had that narcissistic finger pointed at me. There was nothing that I can do that was ever going to be right, nothing I could say. I don't care how big, how small it was just, and I gave other examples, man. I couldn't even talk about my like for cooking without being gaslit over bologna souffles and stuff like that. It was just, and then, you can't take a joke. It's just how it was. It was just unfortunate for me that I had that narcissistic finger pointed at me. It was unfortunate for my sister in her younger years. Just, that time when me and my father had that final battle, that was just that was a time that my father finally realized that his daughter was the only thing that he had left. And I believe that he changed his tune when he dealt with her, because even up until then, I mean, they talked about my sister ungodly, about her work habits, and she does this and all them cats, and just, that's just how he was. And I know he did the same thing to me when I wasn't there. So, but I don't think he does that anymore. And my sister's whole attitude about it was, I guess you can look at it as like maybe the biblical forgive and forget. The way she put it to me is that it's not his fault if he didn't live up to the expectations of what I thought a father should be. And that I shouldn't dwell in anything that happened in the past. You just need to move forward, or if you can't move forward, you just need to get away. And as shitty as that sounds, she kind of had a point. She was right. And unfortunately, we just both chose different paths to go down. But, I'm getting off subject here. When you do decide to go no contact with these people, you have to get yourself to the point where you realize, you know what? It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how many people are rallying around them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do, how they try and villainize you while they victimize themselves. None of that matters. It does not matter. What matters is that you understand that what you have to offer, what you bring to the table, is a gift. It's a gift. And when you decide to pull that gift, when you decide not to allow these people access into your life anymore, it is their loss. And I know it might feel like it's your loss because you're not going to the Christmas thing that everybody's at and sitting around the tree. You're not sitting around the Thanksgiving table with everybody. I mean, you guys know I talk about these things a lot. You just have to start doing your own thing. You have to. You are a gift. What you offer is a gift. And when you take that away from somebody, it is a punishment. Even if you think that it isn't. Someday, you will. You will think that way. I had my own struggles with that. But over the years, I let it go. I started doing my own thing when it came to holiday traditions and things like that. And now, I mean, I really don't think about the guy. I don't think about my sister much. I think about my mother because my mother is still present in my life. The only time that I think about my father or my sister is if my mother brings it up, or I'm sitting here in front of the camera, because this is the time that I've dedicated to do this. And I'm not thinking about him. I'm not thinking about her. I'm not thinking about any of them. I am just talking about past experiences. And I just think that I am at that point in my journey to where, I can talk these things out and discuss what I've learned. I've gotten to that point. And I've always said that I never wanted to be that person sitting here in front of the camera giving people advice on what they should do, because, I mean, I still say the same thing. Who the fuck am I to do that? But I am always willing to think this stuff out loud, and whatever you guys can get from it, you can have it. These are just my thoughts. And Somebody in the comments, Mark, had said something about my name and putting the N on it and it's Vision. And you know what, sir? My friend, that was good. I really enjoyed that. That was nice. And we can say that, let's put an N on Joe Vizio, because this is my vision. And I just want to share my visions with you on what I have learned. And I've learned it through the school of hard knocks, just like a lot of you have. So take this to bed with you. You are a gift. What you offer is a gift. Your conversations, your insight, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, everything that you provide into a relationship is a gift. And when you take that gift away from somebody because they are acting a fool, then you are punishing them, even if it don't feel like it at first. Even if they're get rid of that person, you know what? It don't matter. You're a gift. Thank you very much, guys.